Tourists begin to arrive in P.N.G. after COVID. Good evening, you're watching National MTV News. I'm Godwin Eki. Thank you for joining us. Tourists have started coming to Papua New Guinea now that the COVID-19 restrictions have been relaxed and borders opened. Two Australian fishermen arrived 2 weeks ago to fish for barramundi and bass in the Western Province.
The tourist fishermen are Glenn McCarthy and Nick Watt, both of Victoria in Australia. They are keen adventure fishermen, and the lure of the barramundi and bass in Lake Murray and Bensbach in Western Province was just too much.
Primarily the Bensbach River is fantastic for barramundi fishing, but they're really, really big. We get some monster fish down there, so we take groups of 9 in there, stay for a week, catch lots and lots of barramundi. From there we had about an hour's flight across to Lake Murray, and Lake Murray is a bit different because there's black bass there and barramundi, so they're a highly sought freshwater fish to catch. The black bass, probably one of the hardest fighting freshwater fish I think in the world.
Glenn McCarthy is no stranger to PNG. He has been leading groups from Australia to fish here every year. COVID has put a stop to that for 2 years, but the annual ritual is revisited as of this year.
Been in the fishing business for a long time, and we used to bring a lot of clients up here to Mount Hagen and down to Bensbach, Lake Murray for our fishing, barramundi and black bass, and boys have really missed it for the last 2 years.
For Nick Watt, the PNG experience was new. An avid fisherman himself, Nick took over a fishing company called Angela's Adventure in Australia, a customer of PNG barramundi.
Papua New Guinea has always been a place I wanted to come fishing, and now we've got the borders open. We can start bringing people here and catching big barramundi and big black bass out in the jungle. Beautiful environment to go fishing in.
Both Nick Watts and Glenn McCarthy's visit to PNG was facilitated by Trans New Guinea Tours, a leading tour company that operates 2 wilderness luxury lodges in both Bensbach and Lake Murray. Owner-operator is longtime resident Bob Bates.
I guess if we just get one, that's a start, but we have 2. Okay. And this is our first 2 after 2 years, and hopefully this is the start of getting back to normal. Yeah, when tourists start to return to PNG.
Mr. Bates flew the 2 Australian fishermen himself from Mount Igen to the Western Province. They spent a week there engaged in what they call sports fishing. That is, whatever they caught, they threw back. In one of those days on the water, they caught over 70 sizable barramundis and bass, but in keeping with the tradition of sports fishing, they were all thrown back into the water. The 2 Australian visitors relaxed on their last day back in the Western Highlands, lunched at the Barra Provincial Government building before departing.
What are you going to tell your friends?
We're going to go home and tell them that Papua New Guinea is open and the fishing is good, and start packing their bags.
The visitors said they will return with a larger group in their next visit. Cynthia Maku, National MTV News.